Supervisor.
All right.
Against my will.
Fantastic.
You are live.
You snooze, you lose.
Thank you, Brian. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Township Board Trustees Business Meeting. It's 7:31, and we'll start the meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. All right. Since we're still on Zoom, we have to start off with the roll call vote. So I will start with Ms. O'Connor.
I am coming to you from Grosse Ile, Michigan.
Thank you. David?
Nadu and Grosse Ile Township.
Carl?
Carl Bletcher, trustee, Grosse Ile Township.
Joe?
Joe Porcerelli, trustee, Grosse Ile Township.
Jameson?
Jameson Yeager, trustee, Grosse Ile Township.
And Mike?
Mike Jarecki, trustee, Grosse Ile Township.
And Jim Budney, Grosse Ile Township. All right. Additions, deletions.
Mr. Supervisor.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to make a motion to grant approval for the Finance Director and Accounts Payable Department to prepare payments through June 4th, 2021, and to authorize the Clerk and Treasurer to issue payments due to the lack of the next scheduled meeting of the Board of Trustees.
Support. What this is talking to the managers. There's not a lot going on, so we're thinking of just having the one meeting right now in May. If something comes up, we can call the meeting, but we need to do this now if we don't have a meeting, so that we can get paid through or pay our bills through up to our next meeting in June.
Mr. Supervisor, is this to go on the consent agenda or on the action items?
Mr. Nadu.
It will go on the consent agenda.
I'll support.
All right. Very good. Any other questions? Hearing none, we'll take a vote. Let's start with Mr. Jarecki.
Mike, you're muted.
I know, he surprised me by making me first. Yes.
Okay. Jameson.
Aye.
Joe.
Aye.
Carl.
Aye.
David.
Aye.
Uda.
Aye.
Myself. Aye. Did I miss somebody?
Is that two ayes? Who was that?
Oh, David. Did I get
Aye.
you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, we're good.
We're good.
We're good. It passes. It'll be added to the consent agenda. Speaking of consent agenda, Mr. Nadu.
Thank you, Mr. Budney. This time I'd like to make a motion to approve consent agenda 21-009, which includes the minutes of the April 26th, 2021 regular meeting, check registers dated through May 7th, 2021, the stormwater system and grant of easement for 24305 Meridian, and the agreement regarding a long-term stormwater management, also at 24305 Meridian, and the newly added approval of check registers dated through June 4th, 2021.
Support.
I will support, but I think we skipped public comment.
Oh, okay. We'll get that after
Yeah.
after this. You're right. No, public comment. We did
Yep,
skip.
we did.
Okay.
Yep.
We'll get back to that. We won't leave them out. Thank you, Uda. Okay, we have the reading and the support. Any questions? Hearing none. We have a motion to approve consent agenda 21-009, which includes the minutes of April 26, 2021 regular meeting, check register dated through May 7th, 2021, stormwater system and grant of easement at 24305 Meridian, agreement regarding long-term stormwater management at 24305 Meridian, and the check register and payments through June 4th of 2021. Excuse me. Uda.
I vote yes.
Okay. David?
Aye.
Joe?
Aye.
Carl?
Aye.
Jameson?
Aye.
Mike?
Aye.
And I vote aye. Consent agenda passes. Now we'll do the public comment. I apologize for that. Public comment on any topic, 3 minutes. Please state your name and the address where you live.
Okay, Judy, looks like you are ready to go. So,
hi, good evening. Good to see you all. I wanted to just remind everybody that the Groseal Citizens for Justice and Change group continues to meet twice a month so far via Zoom. Our next meeting is this coming May 16th at 8 p.m. Information is on our Facebook page, Groseal Justice and Change. If you're interested in pursuing issues on racial justice and promoting racial equality in locally and nationally, then I would ask that you join us and find out what we're about. Also, the Groseal Democratic Club continues to meet. We are having an actual in-person outdoor meeting this Monday, May 17th at 7. We're holding it at the pavilion at the swimming pool at Water's Edge outside at 7 p.m. Social distancing and all proper protocols will be required. But it's nice to finally be able to get together and see people in person a little bit again. And I'd also like to thank you for the postings on both on the Township website and on the Facebook page about vaccination opportunities. On May 3rd, there was a posting about in-home vaccines that Wayne County is offering for homebound people. A lot of people don't know about that. So just a reminder that the number to call is 734-479-8800 through Wayne County. If people have somebody that can't leave their home that needs a vaccine, they will arrange it for someone to come to you. Other than that, thanks for all you guys do. And that's all.
Thank you, Judy. Anybody else out there, Brian?
Mr. Supervisor, can I just add something to what Judy said?
Certainly.
Wayne County is doing this for all the cities in Wayne County. The number that Judy gave you is obviously for Grosse Ile, but through our clinic, we found out that every city will have an access number. So please, call either the city that you live in, if you have relatives who are homebound in another Wayne County community, look it up because they're doing this throughout Wayne County.
Thank you. Back to Mr. Brian.
okay, do we have any other public comment this evening? Turn on your video, give me a wave, or use the hand wave function. Looks like We don't have any more.
Okay, then we'll move on to the action items. First action item is the best action item we have today. Gosh, I hope I pronounced the name right. We have a motion based upon the nominations from the Groseal Nature and Land Conservancy and the Groseal Beautification Committee. It's moved with great honor to approve a memorial, the memorial of Marguerite Hesserod. Did I do that okay, Uda?
Not bad.
And it'll be located at Centennial Farm. I do want to say Marguerite was Uda's mother, but she was very active in the community, did a lot for the community, the Nature and Land. She was part of the Nature and Land Conservancy, part of the beautification, our beautification committee, and they nominated her. They're going to put up a memorial at Centennial Farm. And this is done with the approval of the Director of Rec as well as our Township Manager. The memorial will consist of a boulder with a plaque on it and native trees planted on each side of the boulder. I am going to turn it over now. I'd ask Dale Ream to speak a little bit more about Marguerite, if you would.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Marguerite was the type of person that would go into a garden and really get herself dirty, okay? She taught the staff, especially our airport crew several years back, what to do, what not to do, how to take care of, plant and trim the entryways off of Meridian Road, what to plant, how to take care of everything at the entranceway of the Anchor right there at Midway across from Township Drive, and how to keep a tree alive once you planted the thing.
Yeah.
So she was, and I think Uta might appreciate this word in many ways when it came to spending money on these types of things. She was very frugal and wanted to make sure that the value was protected and it survived and it lived and it did well. And she took those efforts, not only all of the gardening and skills that she had at her home, but she brought it to the community at our places like Township Hall, the airport, the rec department, Centennial Farm. And it is wonderful. When I received the application from the Nature and Land Conservancy and supported by beautification, I read it and it just made me smile. And I just wanted to share that personal thought, because that is a perfect way to explain Marguerite. So to her, to her family, to all the friends, to all the people, I believe that it's a definite honor that's worthy, and a thank you from the community that is well deserved.
You're muted, Jim.
Jim, you're muted.
Sorry about that. Hearing any other questions, I'll go through that again. Carl, did you have something to say? I can't tell whether you're raising your hand or just waving at me.
No. I would think that was an extraordinary person, and I think this motion would deserve extraordinary action by the entire board, not just one person, but everybody. I would ask to join in making a second on this as opposed to singling out a single person for a second to that motion.
Carl, I think there's some people who didn't know her though, and didn't even know what she did, other than that. But you can certainly go ahead and second it also if you'd like.
Well,
Well,
I would certainly do that. She was an extraordinary person, a visionary, and just a wonderful community leader. Good person.
Thank you. And Uda, I'll turn it over to you.
I'm very moved. I just want to say our family was very moved when I saw this on the agenda. I have to admit I was surprised, but it's a lovely, lovely gesture that she will appreciate because she's watching. And Derek knows she and Jerry and Rod were like a fearsome threesome on the airport grounds, and she brought kids in. She worked at the International Wildlife Area. She just took her love and passion for gardening to the entire community. It was her passion. It was her saving grace as well. I know it was her therapy. I appreciate your support. And again, we're very, very honored, and we'll hope you'll join us when the dedication takes place.
Yes, we'll make sure we get that information when that happens. Thank you, Uda. Anyone else? All right. With no more questions, based upon the nomination from the Groseal Nature and Land Conservancy and the Groseal Beautification Committee, it is moved with great honor to approve the memorial of Marguerite Hesserod, located at Centennial Farm. Uda, I will start with you.
Heartfelt aye.
David?
Aye.
Carl?
Aye.
Jameson?
Aye.
Joe?
Aye.
And Mike?
Aye.
And I vote aye also. Congratulations, Uda, to your mother.
Thank you all.
I know she was a hard-working woman and did a lot for the community. We appreciate that. All right. I have pleasure of the next one. We always like tax levies. Resolved by the Groseal Township Board of Trustees that there be levied on the taxable value of said township for the year 2021 for the tax billing period of summer of 2021, a tax of 4 mills on the taxable value thereof, said value being $655,938,318.
Support.
Thank you. What this is the township's required to levy the required millage to fund the debt payment due each fiscal year on the SSES, which was the sewer reconstruction, the tunneling that went down Meridian. So as you see in your packet with the history, the millage has varied anywhere from $0.5 mil to 4.5 mils. In the last couple of years, it's 4 mils. It's something we do each year. This year, it's 4 mils again. This is to pay off that sewer debt. Any other questions regarding this? Okay, hearing none. Resolved by the Groseal Township Board of Trustees that there be levied on the taxable value of said township for the year 2021 or the tax billing period of summer of 2021, a tax of 4 mills on the taxable value thereof, said value being $655,938,318. Mike Jarecki.
Yay.
Joe?
Aye.
Jameson?
Aye.
Carl?
Aye.
David,
Aye.
Uda,
Aye.
and I vote aye. So that passes. And we have Ann. When is that debt gone? Is it 2024?
They'll start to relieve some of it in 24, 25, and 26.
26. Will be
Yep.
there will be a day when
There'll
we'll
be some
done with
relief.
this.
Yep.
Yes.
Coming up.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. And finally, Islandfest Fireworks, Jameson.
Sorry, I was scrolled down.
Oh. Okay.
Looking
you
at
want to
tax
do the
stuff.
motion?
So, motion to approve the fireworks contract from Ace Pyro for Islandfest.
Or
All right.
So this is the fireworks display for Islandfest. It is not to exceed a value of $20,000, and the Island Commission is currently seeking sponsorships to help offset that cost.
Okay. Other questions? This is we do this every year. Uda, did you have something to say?
Well, I did want to add that, I've had a few people ask me questions about whether or not, they saw the sign off the toll bridge that the festival was going forward. I think the state of Michigan has relaxed some of the rules surrounding outdoor events. I think that the commission is very mindful of all the different things that they have to keep an eye open for. And again, it's predominantly an outdoor festival. So I think we'll obviously monitor it, but I'm very hopeful that the festival will go forward. I think Jameson and Kim had said, and Chad, that it would be a smaller festival, but it would still be nice for the community to at least be able to celebrate itself at that event.
Yeah, it'll be scaled down from previous years, mostly outdoors, except for vendors in the hangar with a limited number of personnel allowed in the hangar at a time. So the festival commissions take very seriously the COVID risk mitigation stuff. They just want to make sure that the community gets to have Islandfest this year. So
very good. Thank you for that, Jameson.
Mr. Supervisor?
Yes, just a minute. I'll get to you, Dale. I was just going to say, I think the community will really look forward to it this year. And of course, the fireworks is probably the best part of it. I mean, it's just something that everybody looks forward to. Dale, go ahead.
Well, I just want the board and the community to know that I'm working with the Islandfest Commission, specifically Chairman Novak, and putting together the COVID plan protocols that are required by the state of Michigan for these types of events. They have published some guidance. So we're looking at what some of the other places and communities that have done. There have been other festivals being held. And we're putting that plan together and hope to have it completed in the very near future. So just so the community knows that we are required to follow certain protocols and we will be doing so.
Thank you. Any other?
Well, I guess as always, too, we'll be looking for volunteers to help out. And I know in the past, I used to make this plea. Jameson, John Rathel started the tradition of Go Go Hangar One and Go Go Festival. So you're totally allowed at this point to promote the festival shamelessly at every opportunity that you get.
Okay, will do.
So he'll be at your office tomorrow.
Yeah.
What's the date?
4, 5, and 6. I'm sorry, 4, 5.
Very good. All right. Anything else? Hearing none, we have a motion to approve the fireworks contract for Ace Pyro for the Island Fest. Jameson?
Aye.
Mike?
Aye.
Thank you, sir. Uda?
Aye.
David?
Aye.
Carl?
Aye.
Joe?
Aye.
And I vote aye. So we will have fireworks at the Island Fest. And that concludes our action items for tonight. And we will move into the Clerks Report.
Yay.
Yeah.
Just a short one. Through the magic of Zoom land, our deputy clerk is helping to run this meeting from Grand Rapids, which is really exciting. It's the International Institute of Municipal Clerks annual meeting. It's actually a really big deal. Unfortunately, there is very little or no online component, and I couldn't get off work to go. So I will be talking with him when he gets back if there's any new and exciting stuff. Of course, the Michigan Townships Association also does a lot of educating with the clerks, and we have our own county and state associations. As the Fire Commission liaison, I have a couple of announcements I would like to make. Excuse me. Chief Beaudry reminded me to extend an invitation to all board members and township staff on Saturday, May 15 at 11 a.m. at St. James Church is going to be a memorial service for Gordon Miles Sr. He was a very long time, well-loved member of our Grosse Ile Volunteer Fire Department. And I know that safety protocols for COVID will be followed, but please feel free to show your appreciation to Gordon and his family. We have a Fire Commission meeting on Thursday via Zoom. It starts at 6 p.m. And Chief Beaudry wanted me to let you know that year to date, they have responded to 201 rescue calls and 30 fire calls. 44 of this total took place in the middle of the night. He also gave me an update. I don't know if you know, one of our volunteer firefighters was involved in a motorcycle accident in Florida while on vacation. They have now put together a GoFundMe site on Facebook for our firefighter, Chris Davenport, and his wife. And so Chief Beaudry wanted me to ask, all donations would be appreciated. Take a look on Facebook for that. And I think, Brian, unless you have something you'd like to add, that's it for the Clerks Report.
I guess there's nothing. Brian, he's good. Thank you, Uda. David, Treasurer Report.
Thank you, Jim. Any unpaid 2020 property tax, or the property tax information has been sent to Wayne County. Beginning in early June, the county will start sending out tax due letters to property owners who have failed to pay their 2020 property taxes. Interest is calculated per month, so it would be wise to pay as soon as possible. If your taxes did go to the county as delinquent, you can contact now the Wayne County Treasurer's Office at waynecounty.com/PTA or at 313-224-5990 if you would like information on paying your late taxes. And my only other comments on nothing to report from the DPS Commission. Our next meeting is tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock. And from the Rec Department, our next meeting is June 3rd. Oh, yeah, June 3rd. And again, Islandfest, June 4th, 5th, and 6th, with the fireworks on Saturday the 5th, with a rain day of Sunday the 6th. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, sir. Moving to the trustees, Mike Jarecki, if you would, please.
Hopefully this will be short. My voice is not so good tonight. So in this difficult job market, we're having a clerk dispatcher retire here this year, Marcia Bennett. And we're pleased that we have 7 candidates applying for her job. So we're very happy about that. DTE is beginning a new power line project, and it starts at Meridian and Parkway and ends at Macomb Street, Meridian. We're asking, the Public Safety Department is asking everybody to be very mindful of this and careful to protect their own safety as well as the workers. There's also going to be a couple power stations, one at West River in Briarmore and East River and Grove Road. They're temporary, but they do protrude out into the road. So we're also asking residents again to be very careful around these power stations. They're going to help accommodate the repairs. Jameson, Trustee Jameson and myself both had the pleasure to review the Groseal Emergency Operations Plan. This plan is in place to help us residents if there's a disaster, a snowstorm, bridge going out, tornadoes, so on and so forth. We have a emergency operations center, again, to accommodate the plan. It's continuously being enhanced. And right now they're working on enhancing the remote capabilities. Residents can really help themselves get prepared for this. I didn't mean to get rid of my video, I'm sorry. Residents can really help themselves get prepared for emergencies by going to groseal.com and under the community link and then planning for emergencies, there's about 7 icons that are very helpful. There's checklists there for emergencies. There's special needs for pets, special consideration needs for adult residents. So it really behooves everyone to take a look at this. I went through them myself. There's some very useful information there. And then finally, this week is National Police Week. And I hope I don't offend anybody by thanking all of our police officers for the great job that they do keeping the Groseal community #1 in safety in the state and very high up there on a national level. So on behalf of, again, the community, residents, as well as the entire board, thank you, folks. You do a great job. That's it.
Thank you, Mike. Appreciate that. Next, Joe Porcerelli.
I sit on the Airport Commerce Park Commission, and there has not been a meeting since our last board meeting, so I'll have no report tonight. Thank you.
Thanks, Joe. Jameson.
Hey, good evening, everyone. I'm on the Festival and the Zoning Board of Appeals Commission. So we have Islandfest coming up in June. That's 4, 5, and 6. I was right the first time earlier. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, first weekend of June. So there's a couple bands playing. We have a carnival as well as fireworks each night and the usual fare for carnival type events down at the airport. So it should be a pretty enjoyable thing. Zoning Board of Appeals meeting the 25th of this month at 6:30 p.m. So if you're interested in zoning and the riveting world of that, you're welcome to attend. That'll be a public meeting, by the way, at the Township Hall, unless something changes as far as guidance between now and then. And the only other thing I have is to echo the sentiments of Mike Jarecki. People can do a lot to prepare themselves for any kind of emergency. Even a multi-day power outage can become a problem for some people. So it always helps to have, a few days worth of food, batteries, lights, method of receiving communications like a radio. And I actually was thinking about that the other day. I don't actually own a radio. I could go sit in my car, but all of the, music or whatever I enjoy comes over the internet. So, and if we lose power for a week, I can't even listen to Mojo in the morning. So something to consider. Take a look at it. There's some great products up there. They're all put together by FEMA, and they're kind of the experts at that kind of thing. So, and that's all I have, Mr. Supervisor.
Yeah, thank you, Jameson.
Back in the day, we had those hand-powered radios. Remember?
Yeah.
My mom always had one too.
Carl.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. I have the privilege of sitting on Bicycle Pedestrian Advisory. We do have some good news. We are still in the running for a grant for repairs to bicycle pedestrian path that previously didn't seem like it was going to be happening, but it is my understanding that our application has been given some great consideration, and it appears there may be some money coming down the pike that'll allow us to do repairs and maintenance for matching grant. And that would be through the Ralph Wilson Fund. I also have the privilege of sitting on Greenways and Open Space. And we are looking at deadfall that is blocking the drain in Manchester Woods, and hoping to be able to do something about removing some of the trees there that are causing water to back up to Manchester and causing some chaos and some problems for residents there. We also have a study session we are scheduling for trail maintenance and perhaps even some new projects, short projects, but projects that would enhance the trails and certainly make them a better experience for all the citizens. And finally and lastly, it is my understanding that we lost an icon in the community this last week with the passing of Jay Tiso. I think for all of us that grew up on the island here, we certainly remember gym, class, and football and some of the other activities he was involved with. And Jay was just an incredible human being, and condolences to his son, Gary, and Annette, and to his son, Mark, and wife, Diane. He was truly a remarkable and unique individual. And that concludes my report.
Thank you for that, Carl. I had not heard that, but he was my gym instructor at when I was in high school. So yeah, Jay goes back a long way in our school system. Mr. Assorti, anything from the legal?
Mr. Supervisor, members of the board, there's not a whole lot's changed recently. We're watching, obviously, the state and what the governor has put out with regard to what we can and can't do. The 33rd District Court continues on Zoom hearings, and quite honestly, I don't see that changing for probably the remainder of the summer. There are some things starting to indicate that other office buildings and courthouses might start to open sometime in late June or early July, and we're keeping our eye on that as well. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Tom. Yeah, hopefully things will start opening up. Some of our commissions are starting to meet in person, and hopefully it just continues on. Mr. Riem, if you would,
Thank you, Mr.
please.
Supervisor. I had two items. One I spoke on earlier about the Islandfest and the COVID protocol plan. So that is in process. And the second is very similar to Mr. Assorti's comments. Township Hall is still closed for walk-ins. We are available for appointments only. And I urge everyone to follow Grosville Connect and Grosville.com to monitor the situation. We expect this to change and the COVID restrictions to change. It's all a process. We're following what Lansing's telling us. But I assure you, again, the employees are there for the residents, and they're doing everything they can to get the work done and provide the service that's being required. So I guess you can say maybe we're feeling like there's light at the end of the tunnel. So
it's some hope. Some hope.
It's been a crazy year and a half. Yes, it has. So, but you know, that situation can change daily. So, but we're on it, and we're ready and available to do whatever and however when we get a full reopen. And that's it.
All right. Thank you, Dale. In my report, it seems like I always start with the bridge update, and basically the bridge right now, where everybody is just waiting for the permits to be issued. The Coast Guard signed off. We're waiting on the Corps of Engineer. I did have some talk with Congressman Dingell's office Friday or Thursday, last Thursday. They looked into it, and there is a department in a state department that the Corps of Engineer has to hear back from before they can go further. So hopefully, very hopefully, you know, we get this thing started very quickly. But until those permits are issued, we cannot do anything. They cannot do anything, and we just have to wait it out. But everybody's ready to roll. Brennan's ready to mobilize. You know, everybody's ready to go if we just need those permits. So that's where we are with the bridge update. There's a DDA meeting, May 27th, the last Thursday of the month, 6:30. We have, last meeting we met in person, which was really nice. And of course, you're invited to come down and sit with us and hear about discussions on Macomb. On the DTE, with those generators that are being placed on Byramore and West River and Grow and East River, those are backup generators. Hopefully, as they go through putting their new lines in, we'll never have to use them. We're very hopeful that they never have to be started, but they do put them here just in case anything happens. We'll still have electricity. So you will see that coming shortly. You'll see DTE around. That's what's going on. They're doing a redundancy line. Judy mentioned COVID. Uda, everybody's talked about COVID. If you look on our website, we do have information. We have information on the in-home vaccinations. In fact, if you look, we have the list for all the communities and the number to call for the community that you're in. As far as the COVID shots, it's interesting that we've gone from not being able to get shots to now not being able to get people to take the shots. Vaccinations are a personal choice, but please, with all the information out there, please make it an educated choice. Look into what's out there. Don't just go by things off the top of your head. If you decide not to get it, you decide not to get it, but please make that an educated choice on your part. And with that, I will open it to public comment on action items only. 3 minutes, state your name and where you live.
Okay, do we have anyone with public comments on our agenda items tonight? Looks like we can move on.
Okay. With that, I will entertain a motion from someone.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much. Good seeing all of you. I can hardly wait till we're together again. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Stay safe.